One of the most important distinctions that a high-achieving woman can learn is the difference between support, protection, and sponsorship, because these are not the same thing. And when a woman does not understand the difference clearly, she may believe that she is more supported than she really is. She may have encouragement, but not advocacy. She may have kindness, but not protection. She may have access, but not sponsorship. For many high-achieving women, especially in male-dominated environments, that misunderstanding becomes costly over time. In this video, I want to talk about what support really is, how protection differs from support, how sponsorship differs from both, and why these distinctions matter so much for women who want a more strategic and sustainable path forward. Many accomplished women have some kind of support in their lives. They may have people who care about them. They may have colleagues who are kind. They may have friends who encourage them. They may even have leaders who appreciate their work. All of that matters. But appreciation is not the same as advocacy. Encouragement is not the same as protection. And being liked is not the same as being strategically sponsored. This matters because a woman can feel supported emotionally while still being exposed professionally. She may be encouraged personally while still being underbacked professionally or structurally. She may be admired for her work while still lacking the kind of reinforcement that changes trajectory. If a woman wants a more supported, more protected, and less costly version of success, she needs to understand not only whether support actually exists, but what kind of support it actually is. Let's begin with support. Support is a broad category. Support can be emotional. It can be practical. It can be relational. It can sound like encouragement, listening, reassurance, help, or care. Support matters because no woman should have to navigate a demanding life entirely alone. Support can restore perspective. It can reduce loneliness. It can help a woman stay grounded. It can strengthen resilience. But support alone does not always change outcomes in environments shaped by power, politics, hierarchy, or hidden structure. A woman can be very supported emotionally, yet still not protected when conflict arises. She may be protected personally, but still not advocated for when advancement decisions are being made. So, support is important, but it is often not enough by itself. Protection is different. Protection is what helps to safeguard a woman's value, credibility, position, and well-being when pressure, politics, misrepresentation, or unfair dynamics arise. Protection may look like someone correcting a false narrative before it spreads. It may look like someone ensuring that a woman is not left exposed in a high-risk situation. It may look like a leader setting boundaries around what is acceptable. It may look like someone refusing to let a woman's contributions be erased, distorted, or exploited. Protection matters because high-achieving women are often highly visible, and visibility without protection can become exposure. A woman may be excellent at what she does, but if there is no meaningful protection around her, she may still be vulnerable to unnecessary damage, overuse, misrepresentation, and silent disadvantage. This is why protection is such an important concept, not because women are weak, but because strength should not have to function without intelligent reinforcement. Now, let's talk about sponsorship. Sponsorship is different from support and different from protection. Sponsorship is active advocacy for a woman's advancement. It is when someone with influence uses their position, their credibility, or access to help expand her opportunities, strengthen her trajectories, and move her forward. Sponsorship is not simply saying she is great. It is saying she should be in this room. She is ready for this opportunity. She is the right person for this level of responsibility. Sponsorship changes visibility into movement. It changes appreciation into advancement. It changes recognition into trajectory. And many high-achieving women discover that they may have been respected, appreciated, and maybe even supported, but not truly sponsored. That distinction matters tremendously because without sponsorship, a woman may continue to prove herself at very high levels without being moved forward at the level she deserves. One reason women often confuse support, protection, and sponsorship is that each one can look positive from the outside. If someone is kind, encouraging, and complimentary, it can feel supportive. But that doesn't necessarily mean that person will protect you when tension arises. And that doesn't necessarily mean that person will sponsor you when opportunity appears. This is not about being cynical. This is about being discerning. A high-achieving woman needs to know who encourages her, who protects her, and who actively advocates for her advancement. These are related, but they are not identical roles. When a woman understands that clearly, she becomes much more strategic about how she evaluates relationships, opportunities, and the structure around her. So here are some powerful questions to consider. Who supports me emotionally or practically? Who protects my value, credibility, and well-being when pressure rises? Who actively supports my advancement when opportunities are being discussed? Where have I mistaken encouragement for protection? Where have I mistaken appreciation for sponsorship? And where might I have a stronger, wiser, more strategic support structure than the one that I currently have? These are important questions because they help a woman to move from vague gratitude for support to a more sophisticated understanding of what actually strengthens her future. A great deal of my work is devoted to helping high-achieving women to think more clearly about exactly these kinds of distinctions. Not so that they become suspicious, not so that they become less ambitious, but so that they stop relying on incomplete forms of support and begin building a more strategic, more protected, and a more sustainable path forward. If you are a woman who is accomplished, capable, and ready for a different quality of success, one shaped not only by effort, but by wise support, meaningful protection, and real sponsorship, this conversation is for you. I'm Dr. Martha Greidick, and I will be sharing more in this series for high-achieving women who are ready for a more supported, more strategic, and a less costly path to success. Support matters. Protection matters. Sponsorship matters. And when a woman understands the difference, she begins to move through the world with much greater clarity and strength.